character of God. So why would you believe the lie of the devil? Because there is a waiting season somewhere you can enjoy the total. Beautiful everyday people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mesele-ABM. On this channel I talk about great and exciting content. Please watch the full video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, that is a kiss from me to you. On this channel I talk about God, I talk about character, I talk about marriage, I talk about going back to school, I talk about family, I talk about finances, I talk about our health. But I'm big on character, right? How does being a child of God affect the things that we do every single day? How does the 5 hours you spend praying in the morning, the 2 hours, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, the fellowship that you had with the Holy Spirit in the morning, how does it affect your day-to-day activities at work, in school, the decisions that you take while you're on your business, everything that you do every single day? How does being a child of God affect it, and how does it reflect that you're a child of God? And that's why this channel is called the Everyday People Channel. The things that we go through every single day as children of God. Now, if this is the kind of content that you like, and I believe you should like content like this, please subscribe to my channel. You can click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Both are totally free, okay? And that's because once I upload a new video, you will be the very first to know. Thank you as you subscribe. If this is not your first time of coming across my channel, I mean, you watch my videos week in, week out, I am so grateful. Thank you. You are the reason why I record, because sometimes I've worked all through the week and I'm just tired. I just want to chill. I just want to sleep. But then I remember the 10, the 20, the 30, the 100, the 1,000, the 10,000, the 10 million, the 10 billion, the uncountable number of people that will watch my video every week, and I just get up. So I am really grateful. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm really grateful to you. Now, I always say this on my channel, that do not let anything take away your sleep from you, except God wakes you up in the middle of the night to pray. And don't let anything take your appetite, except of course you are fasting. Eat well, rest well, do your part. God will do his part. But most importantly, rest in the finished work of Christ. Okay? And I always say this as well, but you can send me an email here, anuluakwa.mesele@gmail.com. Maybe you want me to talk about something, maybe you want me to address a particular thing, maybe you want advice about something, as long as I'm able to advise on that. Maybe you want somebody to pray with, or maybe you just want to talk to somebody about something. Or maybe I said something and then you don't quite agree with it. You can send me an email here, anuluakwa.mesele@gmail.com. I always reply my emails, and I'm coming back because I got quite some last week. And another thing that I also want to talk about is, please, I have a goal of 1,000 subscribers. I need your help, please. I need your help, please. Please subscribe to my channel. There are people that actually watch my videos week in, week out, and they don't subscribe. Bet why? Why would you do that? Why do you do that? All right. And if you subscribe to my channel, please let me talk to your friends, your family members, your colleagues at work, your colleagues in school, everyone around you. Please tell them that, okay, there is this channel that I get blessed by. I think you should subscribe as well. Please subscribe to my channel. Now, I got tons of emails last week, and they were quite good emails. Thank you for everyone that sent me emails. I think I got about 12. Thank you. I am really grateful. Thank you for the nice words you said to me regarding my anniversary, the launch of my book, and also my graduation. Thank you. I am so grateful. Now, today I want to talk majorly about my book, and then I was going to talk about my immigration story. That's what I said I was going to talk about today. How I made up my mind I was going for my master's, moving to the UK and all of that. But then I think I want to postpone it for another time. Today I want to talk about my book, the story behind my book, why I wrote the book, what motivated me, what inspired me to write that book. All right, so I'm going to give you, just going to talk about myself. I know my videos will exceed, my videos, I usually try to work between 10 to 12 minutes. I think last week I exceeded by 3 minutes extra, and I'm so sorry about that. All right, so let me talk about my book. I wrote my first book in 2021 titled The Catalyst: Discover the Power to Change Your World. And this is my second book. I launched my second book 19th of July 2024 titled I Am in a Waiting Season and There Is Nothing Wrong with It. I got a feedback, and I'm going to put it on the screen, somebody saying that the title resonates with them and all of that. Let me give you like a gist about that title. When the book was completed, we had designed, my team and I, we had worked on the cover and the cover design and all of that, you know. And I was looking at the title, so we had several options. I'm going to give the background just for how the book came about. I just want to chip this in. And so I was looking at the book, the design, and then I was looking at the title, I Am in a Waiting Season, there's nothing wrong with that. And I was like, God, this title you give me feels like a sentence. I want to shorten it. And I felt the Holy Spirit didn't say anything about that. So I put it on, ChatGPT that concise this one. And ChatGPT just concise it, and it kind of lost the whole idea, the motive, the concept of that particular title. So, and I was like, oh God, this is not what God gave me. And I was trying to concise it. And I had one of the Holy Spirit tell me, he said, this thing that you are trying to do, that's not what I sent you. I did not send you to concise the book, the title of the book. And so I just had to obey God, because he owns my life. He owns everything that I do. He owns the book. It's not my book. I penned it down, but he authored the book, right? So when eventually we launched and somebody said the title resonated, and I got a particular email talking about the title of the book and how the title made him purchase the book. I was so blessed and grateful to God that I didn't change the title of the book. So quick one, I've been married for 6 years, and my husband and I, we've been waiting for children. Now this is a part of people's life, or this is something that people don't like to talk about. They don't want, either for several reasons, basically, and people not wanting to talk about it is not a big deal. Okay, and I'm going to talk, I want to talk in this line for a while. There are so many things in my head that I always want to talk about. Oh my God, there's so many things in my head that I always want to talk about all the time. And I think another thing is we need to learn to respect people's privacy, right? Somebody believing God for a child. Somebody believing God for to get married. Those are like the two major things. Somebody's trying to get believing God for his spouse. Somebody's trying to believing God for children. Please don't keep asking them how far. When it's far, they will tell you. You see that alpha. Fine from a good place, but sometimes the alpha can put people under pressure. And I'm talking from experience, right? Okay, so we've been waiting for 6 years, and so this is when we got married. I didn't want kids immediately because my best friend at that time was getting married. So we had planned, okay, when you get married, you're gonna get married first. I was gonna get married first, and then she'll be my chief bridesmaid, and then she'll get married, and then also get. So I was like, oh, between that. So I got married in July 2018. July 21st, 2018, and so she was going to get married I think December, either 1st or 2nd, I'm not sure, either 1st, 2nd or 3rd, I'm not sure now. And so we had said, okay, she was like, please don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant. Like, my chief bride, I said, no, I'm not going to get pregnant, I'm going to keep myself for you so that I can be your chief bridesmaid. So that happened, fast forward, and so January 2019, I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm ready. And I was ready the whole of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, and now this 2024. I'm still ready. Oh my God. So 2019, when babies were not forthcoming, I started getting under a lot of pressure, and all of that. If you've had to wait for something, you would understand what I mean, especially when it's something like this. So I was getting under a lot of pressure. What's going on? And the pressure didn't help. Nothing happened, and I don't want to give so much about the book, in what is in the book, right? So that you can go read the book. I just want to tell all of us the story behind the book. And so I started to get better, growing and all of that, developing and enjoying. God began to teach me about waiting season, how to enjoy that period. And those are the things that I shared in the book. there were days when I felt like God didn't like me. There were days when I would say, baby, I think you should pray. I think God will hear your prayer better. Those are the things that I talked about in the book. I believe you want to read the book. Even if you're not in the waiting season, you want to read about somebody's journey of faith. You want to read about what God has taught somebody. Because in that book, there's so much that I shared in the book. I talked about faith. I talked about joy. I talked about how you can enjoy waiting season. Somebody says enjoy. Yes, you can actually enjoy a waiting season because there is a beauty that comes with that particular season. I mean, there are some things God wants us to do in that particular season. Those are the things that I talked about in the book. And I remember the moment I launched my first book, which was in June on my birthday. I remember 2 months down the line, God said, I think I was lying down. I'm not sure what I was doing exactly when God said, I think we should write a book about this season. And I understood what he was saying. I was like, oh yes, of course we would write a book about the waiting season. Only that we need to, get the miracle. We'll get the miracle, then we'll write the book. It's easier that way. It was like, no, we're going to write it now. I was like, no, God, I'm not writing a book about the present season. Who's going to read it? After all, like, I'm saying faith. And the faith even works for you, God, nobody's going to read the book. But I heard God just went silent about it, but he had passed his message across. And I struggled, trying to change the mind of God. Just trying to struggle with God, to change his mind. I was trying to get God to change his mind. Have you ever been in that kind of shoes where you're trying to get God to change his mind about a particular thing that he has told you to do? And a few months down the line, I didn't hear God talk about it because I was like, better. Right. Then one day I was like, hey God, I got a better idea. I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to compile the stories of people who have ever waited for children. I'm going to be like 5, 6, 7, 10 people. Then they will share their story about their waiting and they will now compile it into a book, and that's the book. And I still heard God say nothing about that. More like, that was not what I asked you to do. And then eventually I knew that was not what God asked me to do. But I won't leave out a particular detail. I did go forward with that particular idea. I spoke to a mentor, that I respected a lot, or that I respect. I won't say respect, that I still respect a lot. I told her that there's this thing I want to work on, this book and all that. Okay, spare me to enter 14 minutes today, right? You can spare me that. I still can't even finish the story today. Maybe next week. Because I just really wanted to read the book. All right, so I spoke with this mentor of mine, and then I was like, this idea, this is what I'm looking at doing, and all that. So she was like, she actually had a waiting season. By the time I spoke to her, she already had 2 boys. So she was like, oh, that's a great idea, but can I please pray about it? So I wanted her to write our own story so we can compile in the book. So she was like, oh, can I please pray about it and get back to you? I was like, oh, that's okay. So a month she didn't get back to me. So one day she called me. It was a Saturday. We're going to church. I'm a pastor, so on Sundays, on Saturdays we're going to church to get ready for service and all of that. Okay, so we're going to church, and so I had missed a call, and then I called her back. She was like, that book you told me about, are you sure that's how the book is supposed to be? That she was praying, and then she feels like that she thinks I should pen down my story in the book. I just began to cry the moment she said that. I was crying. She was like, are you there? Are you okay? Did I say something wrong? Did I say anything to hurt you? And all of that. And she said, that was what God asked me to do. What I can't do it. I can't write my story in the book. People will laugh at me. She allowed me to finish crying. She said, I know, but if that's what God has asked you to do, go ahead and do it. Because somebody is going to celebrate you for writing about a season that you're presently in. Somebody is going to be encouraged that after all, I am in a waiting season and there is nothing wrong with it, that I can still go on with my life, that my life is not on hold because I don't have children, that my life is not on hold because I'm not married yet, that I can enjoy this waiting season of mine as you have. Because she had experienced waiting season as well, like I talked about. So I would always tell her, she was monitoring my growth, the process, and how I was doing and all of that. And she was like, I know, I've seen you enjoy this waiting season. I've seen God do tremendous things with you. The mindset you now have about waiting, why don't you pen it down for somebody else, for people to read all over the world and enjoy their waiting season? And that gave me the strength. And I went back to God. I was like, God, I'm going to write the book that you've asked me to write. And that's how I began to write about me being in a waiting season. As at this moment that I'm talking, as at this time that I launched the book, I am still in a waiting season. And guess what? there is nothing wrong with it. Now, I just want to encourage you, if you're in a waiting season, maybe you're waiting for a spouse, you're waiting for children, whatever it is that you're waiting for, there is nothing wrong with you, and God is not punishing you. He's not punishing you for something you did years ago. It's not a form of punishment. Just learn what you need to learn. Enjoy this beautiful season. Yes, you're saying, oh, how come? How have you grown to enjoy this? Why are you not crying? I've cried. I've cried for years, but I've stopped crying because I discovered the truth about waiting. And that's what I shared in that book. Please get the book. If you know somebody who is in a waiting period, maybe your sister-in-law, or maybe your sister, your brother-in-law, guess what? The book is not just for women. People tend to think that, especially when it comes to children, people tend to think that it's only the woman that is in a waiting. The couple, they are waiting. The man is in a waiting season too. I teased my husband. I was teasing him the other day. I was like, maybe you should write a book. Daddy's in waiting. Because daddies are waiting too. It's not just the one. I'm not the only one in the waiting season. My husband is waiting too because he's got no children anywhere. We are both waiting for children. We are enjoying our lives. We're enjoying the beauty of the city. We're enjoying our marriage. And you too can. You too can enjoy your waiting season. And that's why I want you to get the book. Please get the book. Read it. It would bless you. I'm telling you, you will see waiting from a different perspective, and you will begin to see how beautiful God can be, even when it looks as if nothing is going on in your life, because something is actually going on in your life, and it's something good. It's something. So don't use one aspect of your life that looks as if you are waiting to judge every other aspect. What about you looking at every other aspect of your life that is working? The things you didn't even pray to God for, and God gave them. It's available on Amazon Kindle for $7, and I think maybe £6 or thereabout. And if you're in Nigeria and you don't want to use Amazon Kindle, you can use Seller. It's available on Seller for 1,500. I want to read your story. I want to read your testimony. I want to read your breakthrough, because it's going to happen. And by the time it happens, please share with me. Pending the time that miracle happens, can you please, when you read the book, share it? Say that for that book, that fine, you get your miracle, no problem, you will get that. I keep saying that because you will get that miracle, but I want you to see that pending the time you get that miracle, how can you enjoy that season? So I want you to, the whole goal is to see waiting in a different perspective, so that before the miracle happens, you can enjoy every single day of your life. Once again, the book is available on Amazon Kindle for $7 and that's £6 if you're in UK, or if you're in America, US, it's available for $7, and if you're in Nigeria, it's available on Seller for 1,500 naira. I will see you with your miracle. I will hear your testimonies with your miracle. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. God bless you. I always say this, that you might be an everyday person, but you sure are a winner, my darling. If you don't want to see, don't even speak it out of your mouth, because your words are powerful. And you rule, reign, and reach. I mean you rule, reign, and reach. I mean you rule, reign, and reach. I love you.